Get ready for an adventure. Here is a story called the Jeopardy. Jest, the stage of Jeopardy, shimmered under the bright lights. Tonight was no ordinary game. The contestants were an unusual bunch. First, there was Snow Princess Susie, her dress sparkling like freshly fallen snow. Next to her stood Wednesday Addams, her black braids contrasting sharply with the vibrant set. And finally, there was a very animated Donald Trump, ready to test his knowledge. Trebek, with his familiar smile, greeted the audience. "Welcome everyone to Jeopardy!" he announced, his voice a comforting presence. "Tonight, we have a fantastic lineup of contestants. Let's see what they know." The categories appeared on the giant screen: ancient civilizations, magical creatures, musical moments, and space oddities. Kiana, a young girl watching at home, clapped her hands with excitement. She loved drawing, and the sight of Princess Susie reminded her of her own princess drawings. Maybe, just maybe, there would be a question about drawing. The first round flew by with a mix of easy questions. Princess Susie answered a question about Egyptian pyramids correctly, her face beaming. Wednesday Addams answered a question about a famous explorer, her tone flat but her answer spot on. Donald Trump, with a flourish, answered a question about ancient Rome with surprising accuracy. "Impressive," Trebek said with a chuckle. "Very impressive." As the game progressed, the categories got trickier. The musical moments category appeared, and a question flashed on the screen. This composer is known for his famous ballet, The Nutcracker. Suddenly, the buzzer started to malfunction, emitting strange buzzing sounds. And then, poof! A cloud of sparkly, shimmering dust filled the stage. When it cleared, the contestants looked a little different. Princess Susie's tiara was now floating. Wednesday's braids were now shaped like musical notes. And Donald Trump's hair, well, it was now bright pink. "What in the world?" Trebek began, but then he cleared his throat and continued. "It seems we have a slight technical difficulty. Wednesday Addams deadpanned, adjusting her braids. "More like a magical mishap." "This is just great," Donald Trump exclaimed, patting his pink hair. "Just fantastic." Princess Susie giggled, her floating tiara bumping against her head. "Maybe we can fix it with a spell," she suggested. They stumbled into the next round, each question now a challenge. One question, about a famous dance move from the 1950s, had the contestants frozen in place. A clue on the screen read, "To proceed, you must dance your answer." "Well, this is just great," Donald Trump repeated, looking flustered. Wednesday Addams, however, had a solution. "We will need to solve this by combining our expertise, your knowledge, your creativity, and my logical deduction. Princess Susie, you draw the dance move. Trump, you provide the answer, I will assess it." Princess Susie, using a piece of charcoal from her dress, began sketching the dance move on a large pad. Donald Trump, after a moment of thought, shouted out an answer. Wednesday Addams, after a moment of careful consideration, nodded. "The answer is the jitterbug," Wednesday declared. They made it to the final Jeopardy round, which was about art and magic. The category was enchanted canvases. The clue read, "This artist used his magic to create paintings that looked as if they were alive." "We must work together to come up with the right answer," said Princess Susie, looking at her fellow contestants. "Teamwork?" Wednesday Addams asked, sounding surprised. "All right, let's get this over with," she added with a shrug. Donald Trump, after a moment of thought, confidently wrote down his answer. "We'll make this a winner." They all shared their answers. "The answer is Salvador Dali," Trebek announced. The correct answer appeared, and a burst of confetti erupted. The magical effects wore off. Princess Susie's tiara went back to normal. Wednesday's braids returned to their usual style, and Donald Trump's hair was its familiar color. "Congratulations," Trebek said, smiling. "You all played a fantastic game, and despite the unexpected turns, you worked together. It shows that even in the most unusual situations, teamwork and embracing differences can lead to amazing results." The audience cheered, and Kiana clapped along with them. The game was more fun than she could have imagined. The final credits rolled as Trebek announced. "And now for the surprise!" The curtain fell, and as it rose once more, there was a brand new stage. On the stage were all the contestants, and a group of children were all dancing, each with special abilities that were unique. "This goes to show you all that we can all work together," Alex said. All the contestants smiled and waved to the audience as Kiana clapped and beamed with excitement. And that night, as Kiana drifted off to sleep, She dreamed of princesses, magic, and the fun of working together, excited for the next Jeopardy. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? What happened to the contestants during the musical moments category? Let's see how you did. The answer is, they were affected by a magical mishap. You did a great job. Thank you for listening to Story Pie. I hope to see you again soon.